good morning guys, Volatile 42 here again, and I'm taking the Vespa out today to work. I don't usually do that. I'm not sure after how long I'm doing it today. I mean, taking the Vespa out for work. Usually my commutes are on the Versys or the car. But you know, once in a while, the Vespa feels good. We're doing a bit of, lightweight, relatively slow riding. It feels good in its own way. So the Vespa has not been getting a lot of attention from me. I've not been doing much riding. Of course, I got it primarily for the purpose of commuting way back in 2019, but in recent times, like I said, most of my commutes have not been on this, and that's primarily because my current office location is actually quite comfortable on even the Versys. So that's what I mostly use nowadays. And even on the car, most of the days when I leave early enough and get back early enough, the traffic isn't so bad, so even the car is reasonably comfortable. So nowadays the Vespa is mostly being used for rides to the gym and back, because there, once you're worked out and your arms and legs are sore, you don't really feel like handling a big heavy bike and do gear shifts and all that. So the Vespa really helps there, but that's a very short ride, like about 1 kilometer each way or even less. I recently did an oil change and air filter change on the Vespa. It was kind of overdue. I mean, I hadn't done a whole lot of kilometers since the last change, but it had been a while. And I use mineral oil on this anyway. That's what the manufacturer themselves recommended back then. Castrol 20W40, I think. Mineral oil, because these are not very high stress engines, and if you change them frequently enough, they should be fine. I mean, you should be fine with mineral oil, and they are relatively cheap as well. You'd need less than 1 liter. Deadlock. And the oil change on this is pretty easy, you know. Only thing is, when you have an oil change at the dealer, they tighten the drain bolt too much, so it becomes a bit of a hassle to undo that. But once you do it yourself and you tighten it to the correct torque, then it comes off relatively easily. The air filter, though, yeah, that's a little more difficult, only because that casing where the filter sits, that's a little hard to reach, you know, to be able to undo the screws. But other than that, even that's fairly easy. The only thing that's remaining to be done, and something I plan to do this weekend, is the gearbox oil change. That is a little overdue. So you're supposed to change that every 24,000 kilometers or every 2 years. Now, I have only done, as you can see, 5,660 kilometers now. So far from the recommended distance. But it has never been changed yet, and this scooter is currently what, 3.5 years old, I think. Yeah, 3.5 years old. So yeah, should be changing that. And in case you're wondering, it's an automatic transmission. Why is there a gearbox? I mean, it's a CVT, right? A belt drive. But there is a small reduction gear after the CVT drive pulley, and you know, between the CVT and the wheel. So that sits in a small gearbox that needs an oil change. So I'm almost at work. Hope you enjoyed the ride today on this relatively cool, I wouldn't say cold, December morning in Bangalore.